Yeah, so welcome everybody. My name, for those of you who don't know, most of you do, I'm Tanya Sesmonero, and my company is there for Vida Coaching. I'm a career coach, helping people who are at a transition to work out what they want to do next, and then ensuring that they secure the job to the best of my ability by helping them with CVs, interview skills, LinkedIn, cover letters, that kind of thing. I am working currently with the Slough Hub to help you lovely people. And today I am here to talk to you about LinkedIn. So I'm very passionate about LinkedIn. I think it's an amazing tool to help you to find a new job. And so I kind of highly recommend that you find out a bit more about it and go and use it, because there are nearly 31 million users on LinkedIn in the UK. It's kind of the top professional social networking site. Also, when you are going for a job, more often than not, your employer will go and have a look at your social profiles, and we'll go and have a look in LinkedIn and see how you're showing up there. So if you're not showing up there, or you're showing up and there's not much going on, or it's inconsistent with your CV, then it's not going to be showing you off in your brand, if you like. Your personal brand isn't going to look as good. Now, there's a bit of a I just wanted to say though that this is used a lot by businesses. However, there are some instances where it probably isn't used as much. So for example, not used as much in kind of the sectors, the public sector, I wouldn't say, as much as the private sector. And if you're kind of going for a, I don't know, I've worked with some people recently who are working on a production line through sort of outplacement, which is the company's asked me to help them. Probably not so many jobs being advertised on LinkedIn either there, but so there is a bit dependent, but generally private sector, everyone's using it. Really important to be on there. Okay, so say cheese. So apparently, now the stats vary a bit, anything from 9 to 14 times. If you have a profile picture, you're 9 to 14 times more likely to be viewed than if you don't have a profile picture. And it's really important. So it's important that you have ones, because the whole point of being on there is that recruiters and employers are seeing you and wanting to look and see what you're all about. So you're going to be much more likely to be looked at if you have a profile picture, but that's a professional profile picture. I was kind of amazed when I was working with a client, and I said, oh, you need to put a picture on there, and I'm sure I would have said a headshot, but yet there up comes a lovely picture of him on a beach in his trunks next to a palm tree. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's not really. I mean, he did used to work in the sort of travel sector, but still, it does need to be sort of head and shoulders shot of you, rather than you in your trunks on a beach, which is, it did make me think, oh, I wish I was there, but it's sort of not really appropriate. Also, there is a banner photograph. Now I'm going to I'll go in a sec and I'll show you what I'm talking about, but the profile picture is the most important thing. The banner photo, or the sort of background kind of photo, it just makes your profile look a bit more loved if you've gone to the effort of putting a banner fit photo. They've got some sort of standard thing there, but if you've put something on there, it just makes it look like you've made a bit more of an effort. Now, there's a website that I always recommend that do free pictures called Pixababy, Pixababy. And you can get lots of free pictures on there. And so it depends what you do as to what you might want to put on the background. I've got a guy that's trying to get into software development, and he found a picture of kind of lots of, I don't know, sort of numbers and dots and things that looks very technical, which looks quite cool. Somebody else, you know, who was working in finance, got sort of an abacus type thing that looked quite cool. So it's kind of trying to, you know, a lot of people just do standard office pictures. Someone in a call center got kind of someone talking in a call center. So it kind of depends what you're doing, but you can just find, you know, some people just put office buildings, kind of, you know, a nice sort of skyline or something like that, but just makes it look, or there's some pictures where you can just get swirly stuff, you know, whatever, but it looks a bit better. And you can go on to something called Canva, Canva, and they've got a template in Canva. Again, it's free, which you can make sure the sizing is correct. They've got a LinkedIn banner template, and you can make sure that the sizing is correct. And therefore, because otherwise you would be playing around and it might look a bit weird sometimes, you can't get the sizing right. And then there's another section on there. This is all about media and stuff. There's another section on there where you can upload media. Now, this is quite good if you've got, I don't know, action photos of you doing something. You might even want to use one of those as your banner photo. Or there's some work that you want to show off. It's particularly good for people who are in like the creative industries, and they can show off some of their work, photograph, you know, if they're a photographer or if they're a designer or something. Here's my photo that I've got on there. Probably going to change it at some point because it's a few years old. I've put my my sort of, you know, branding on there. I was trying to get outplacement, which is where companies pay you, so I particularly decided to put that on there. So you're always thinking, you know, how can I sell myself? Now, interestingly, I had to position it like this as well, because you come up, it looks different on a mobile or an iPad. And most people view things on a mobile, although employers may be looking on their laptop. So if I didn't push this over slightly, it was, my photo on a mobile was covering over my logo. So you've just got to be a bit careful about thinking about other devices as well. So that's the banner I was talking about. That's the headline. And then if you want to add media, here's the media I've put. I often record videos and things, and I do blogs. So I've put all of that. I've uploaded. Probably haven't for a bit, so I probably need to do that. And how you add things is here, add profile section. So unless you've already completed sections, they won't be there. So you're going to have to come in here, and it's featured is where you would add media or articles or posts. So that's the section where you would, if you have any media to add. A lot of people don't, to be honest. So don't worry too much about that. It's more these two sections that I'm worried about.